Welcome to Professional Education. Please subscribe, like, and comment. What is cost? Cost is the monetary value of resources sacrificed or used to produce goods, services, or achieve objectives. In simple terms, it refers to the amount spent to obtain something, such as materials, labor, or other inputs, in the process of production or service delivery. Different terms used in cost, with definition and example. Cost unit, a unit of product or service for which cost is measured. Example, 1 ton of steel, 1 kilometers of road construction. Cost center, a location, person, department, or machine for which costs are accumulated and analyzed. Example, maintenance department or production line. Direct cost, cost that can be directly traced to a specific product, job, or activity. Example, raw material used in manufacturing. Indirect cost, cost that cannot be directly identified with a specific output but are incurred overall. Example, factory rent, administrative salaries. Fixed cost, a cost that remains constant regardless of output or activity level. Example, monthly factory rent. Variable cost, a cost that changes in proportion to the level of production or activity. Example, cost of raw materials. Semi-variable cost, a cost that has both fixed and variable components. Example, telephone bill with a fixed line rent and additional charges per call. Opportunity cost, the value of the next best alternative that is given up. Example, choosing to use a building for a factory instead of renting it out. Sunk cost, a cost that has already been incurred and cannot be recovered. Example, R&D expenses on a discontinued project. Marginal cost, the cost of producing 1 extra unit of output. Example, if the cost of producing 1 more unit is Rs50, that is the marginal cost. Standard cost, a predetermined or estimated cost under normal conditions. Example, budgeted cost of Rs100 per unit. Controllable cost, costs that can be influenced or controlled by a manager. Example, departmental labor expenses. Uncontrollable cost, costs that cannot be controlled by a specific manager. Example, centralized insurance cost. Product cost, costs that are incurred to manufacture a product. Example, raw materials, factory wages and overheads. Period cost, costs that are not linked directly to production and are charged to the period in which they are incurred. Example, office rent, advertising expenses. Prime cost, the sum of direct materials and direct labor cost. Example, Rs50 for raw materials plus Rs30 for labor is Rs80. Conversion cost, the cost to convert raw materials into finished goods. Example, direct labor, Rs30 plus factory overhead, Rs20 equals Rs50. Classification of cost by nature or element. Material cost, cost of raw materials used in production. Labor cost, wages paid to workers directly involved in production. Expenses, all other costs like rent, fuel, and electricity. By function, production cost, cost incurred in the manufacturing process. Example, raw materials, administrative cost, cost related to general office and administration. Example, office salaries, stationery. Selling cost, cost of promoting and selling the product. Example, advertising, sales commission. Distribution cost, cost involved in delivering the product to customers. Example, transportation, packaging. By behavior. Fixed cost, remains constant regardless of the level of activity. Example, monthly rent. Variable cost, varies directly with production volume. Example, raw material cost. Semi-variable cost, partially fixed and partially variable. Example, electricity bill with base charge plus usage charge. By traceability. Direct cost, can be specifically identified with a cost unit. Example, direct labor. Indirect cost, cannot be directly traced to a single unit. Example, factory lighting, by decision-making purpose. Opportunity cost, the benefit lost by choosing one option over another. Example, loss of rental income if space is used for production. Sunk cost, past cost that cannot be changed or recovered. Example, money spent on unusable equipment. Relevant cost, costs that affect a future decision. Example, additional material cost for a special order. Irrelevant cost, Costs that do not affect the decision-making process. Example: book value of an old machine. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment.